KnownBuy.com is a platform where people can have more trusted transactions online. You can think of it like a Craigslist or an Angie's List or a Yelp, but you know how you're connected to the people who are buying and selling on the site.
So it's a social marketing site at the same time.
Exactly, right. You come on to KnownBuy.com, you log in using your Facebook profile information so we can capture who your friends are, where you went to school, all
Right.
that type of stuff, and overlay that to the other users on the site. So your universe, while still large, is more known to you.
What stimulated you to do this?
I had an experience. I was selling a couch on Craigslist. I had never done that before.
Right.
I needed to get out of my house because a new couch was coming. And a woman called me on the ad. She said she was coming over, and that morning she called and said she's coming over with her boyfriend, and I found myself home alone, and I was thinking, why am I doing this? If my kids did that, right, I would be so upset with them, having strangers come into your house.
Right.
And there's some issues with the transaction and
we're
the product
different than our
quality.
kids.
That's true. Issues with the transaction and the product quality, and that came to be. And so what happened was afterwards I said, there's got to be a better way for this. There's got to be a better way to transact with people you know or you're connected to in some way. I approached a friend of mine from business school. He has a software development company.
Right.
Came up with the idea of integrating social media, and we just put a little test together and got it started.
So what did you do before?
So by way of background, my initial career was in marketing. I worked for Gillette, Staples, and Hasbro, all in sort of senior management marketing positions.
Know all those businesses well.
And I loved it. It was great training. And then in the late 90s, I went to an internet startup in the toy industry. And then I went to an entertainment company, and I really fell in love with small companies and, growing small companies, rolling up your sleeves, getting stuff done. And I did know at some point in time I was going to do my own thing. It was just a matter of the right idea at the right time.
Tell us, is this a competitive market? Are you the first one in it, or you found yourself a different niche?
I think we have a different niche. There's a lot of options out there if you want to sell your own products online or you want to promote your services. I think our niche is much different in that we're letting it be a known network to you. So we're just getting that established now. We have a number of small businesses on there. And
Is there a downside to having it be a known network? Do I want to know everybody when I'm selling things?
the good thing is that you have a choice. Right, on our site. You have a choice of how far you want to transact with people. So you might not want to sell something to your best friend. That's your choice. But your known network is pretty expansive. It's your friends, friends of friends, third level friends, where you went to college. So it's known to you at the level that you want it to be known.
Are there any other add-ons that I expect to see or we should expect to see with the product or service?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of new functionality. Right now, you can see how you're connected to the service provider, but ways for people to endorse other service providers, networking tools for the service and business providers that are on there right now. And then, as I mentioned, we'll go into other categories probably in the next 12 to 18 months.
Do you, in terms of, you said you're a marketing background, is there a particular psychographic that uses the business more than others, or income, gender?
Sure, definitely. I mean, I think we
age?
have, for the product side, the stuff that's more like selling stuff you no longer need, it feels very female-based.
Right.
Mom is the asset manager in the house. She
Really?
decides what to get rid of. She kind of
That is
decides
true.
what to buy. So on that side of the business, it's
If I'm
primarily
throwing things out, I do it in secret.
yeah, you just trash them. On the small business side and the business and services, we find it's individual entrepreneurs or people who have a very smaller size business who typically have relied on networking and word of mouth, don't typically advertise a lot, and are
Right.
looking to really bring their business to the next level. And there's no real demographic for that because we have some very young people on there,
Right.
students who are looking to supplement their incomes, and we have some people who have been in business for a long time who are just looking to grow.